Serious indeed, the Ebola virus here in West Africa. Let's head on now to Washington, D.C., where the U.S. First Lady was guest of honor today at the Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders Summit taking place there in the United States capital. Mrs. Obama addressed the 500 fellows, urging them to take Africa's future into their own hands by being change agents. She also advocated child education and women empowerment, among others. Our correspondent, Adeshawa Josh, who is at the summit, joins us now via Skype. Adeshawa, hi. You've been there for 3 days with intense discussions, I can imagine. But tell us about Mrs. Obama's session with the young leaders. I'm assuming that a lot of women were at that meeting, so she must have inspired a lot of minds.
Oh, yes, she did. Thank you so much, Amarachi. It's been intense at the summit. Today, First Lady, addressed the 500 fellows. Actually, they were the only ones here. We didn't have too much U.S. officials. It was just the fellows and the First Lady. She spoke about women empowerment, child education, and guess what? She was so quick to condemn, or should I use the word, express her concern about the missing Chibok schoolgirls. She said, this kind of situation undermines child education anywhere in the world and in Africa. And she asked the fellows to go back home and make sure that such things do not continue wherever they are. Now, she spoke about a lot of things, but I know that we do not have time to recap and then just go through all of them. She also spoke about women equality. She urged governments across Africa to implement policies. She said it is not the absence of those policies, it is implementation, and that every country that makes women and children, includes them into their policy, would definitely go forward, and that's what Africa needs at this time. You would also recall that President Barack Obama made mention of Adepeju Jayeola during his opening speech. I am honored to have her right beside me. Would you like to say hi? I just wanted her to quickly recap her experiences so far. Adepeju, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So how has it been for you so far?
It's been awesome. It's been a great experience, a great learning experience for me, building businesses, learning about distribution chains, building market lines, all across Africa and beyond. It's been extremely wonderful. The networking events has been so useful. You learn about scaling up businesses, you learn about building businesses, you learn about a lot of things. Right. And then we'll still go for internships in several other places across the US, and I will be having my internship in a healthcare innovation and service company.
What is next for you when you go home?
When I go home, well, we won a grant from the United States African Development Foundation that will help us scale up our business in Nigeria. So when I get back home, I will be looking at scaling up my business in Nigeria, forming new partnerships and collaborations across board in the field of maternal and child health in Nigeria. We believe that no woman should die at childbirth. We are glad that Barack Obama believes in us and the USAID believes in us. We hope you do too.
All right, thank you so much, Adekweju. So this is one of the many fellows from Nigeria. We're very proud to be Nigerian. Well, she's very proud. I'm very proud to be Nigerian. Well, today the summit ends, but of course there are other meetings that will be held in preparation for the African Leadership Summit. It's back to you now, Marachi.
Thanks a lot, Shewa. I can only imagine the energy going on in that room. Lots of young people there talking with Mrs. Obama, and she does, of course, inspire a lot of people. Education is one of her passions, so we do understand what it's like to be there. Thanks a lot, Adeshawa Josh, our correspondent who's in Washington covering the Nelson Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders.